yesterday. All my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Suddenly, I'm not half the man I used to be. There's a shadow hanging over me. Oh, yesterday came suddenly. Why she had to go, I don't know. She wouldn't say. I said something wrong, now I long for yesterday. Yesterday, love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Yesterday, love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Oh, I believe in yesterday.
Good morning. Hi out there in Love Streaming Land. Hi, I'm Reverend Edith Washington Woods. I'm grateful to be the senior minister here at Unity of Gaithersburg. And I just want to welcome all of you who are here and those who aren't here yet, because we know they're coming. They'll be here in like 3 minutes. But let us open with prayer. I invite you to become still wherever you are, perhaps in the seat where you're sitting, noticing your heartbeat. That each of us have this divine, exquisite way of showing up in the world with the beat of our heart. And taking a moment to acknowledge the heart, the beating heart. Taking a breath into it as if you're directing love to the heart. For it all starts within. And in this moment of acknowledgement of our heart, we create the space for this prayer from within. And we pray, God the good, that which is right here and now, we acknowledge the space and the place of love that resides within us, as close as our heartbeat, as far as our toes, that we know in this moment we allow that spiritual essence to shine brightly as us in this moment and every moment to come. And so it is. Amen. And now we have our community core value for today. It is on your screen, and I invite you to say it with me together, please. We welcome, honor, and embrace all. We are a safe harbor. We value and support connection, open-hearted communication, and active engagement. What does that mean? It is not just words up on a screen or on a page. It is really honoring and speaking to the place of love, that place of love that is flowing within us now, to honor it, to call it forth, to see the God in you and the God in me. It is a deep expression of the essence of God right here and right now. And that we support that connection. We invite that connection to be called forth whenever it isn't showing up that way. That's what this exquisite core value means for us. And now we have our opening song, which can actually solidify that. Here we go.
Good morning, everyone. Or I'll say namaste. You can say that back to me, namaste. Because that's the title of our song, Namaste. So wherever you see the parentheses, feel free to join in. You can stand, you can sit, you can clap, you can chair dance, you can wiggle, however you feel inclined to do. Whatever you would feel inclined to do. Ready? The truth in you, my spirit now celebrates you. The love in me sees the love in you. My soul on high celebrates you.
Okay, hi, good morning. Transformation. Let's change. Let's grow. I used to hate to think about that. I always wanted to stay in the same sandbox and never grow. And it's only as you get older that I discovered that if I had done that, I would not have had all of this. And that is something that I'm really glad I did. And while I'm in that weird place, let me say, especially to you guys out there, if you have not come here physically to this plantation, to this beautiful place we go to this home, this wonderful, wonderful thing we have, it is amazing what's going on here. This growth is so rapid and beautiful. And I give Reverend Edith the great credit. I know her team is wonderful. And I'm telling you, it is the cycle, those of us who have been here more than a little while, seeing things come back and growth and the way things are going, it's wonderful. Okay, Brad, just move. Prayer chaplain training. Sometimes God challenges us to go to a place we don't know we should go. But you hear a calling, and it's a chance for you to expand. And I got that through the education program here, where I was fighting tooth and nail against the voice saying, you should do this. And it was the greatest opportunity I've had in my life, perhaps. So they're looking for people who are looking to help other people. And if you have that in your heart, check that out. SCE classes, boy, are we getting smart again. We have a lot of opportunities to discover ourselves. Reverend Kelly Isola's Discerning Your Purpose is going to start on the 30th. It's on Zoom. There's a tuition. You can check the website. The drumming circle. The guys are getting together again, but I think ladies are really welcome too. So I want to be really clear about that. But Jeff and Neil are coming together to beat the drum and howl at the moon and discover the spirit within. And that is on January 28th. Community meeting. Reverend Edith and the board are going to come together on February 5th and fill us in on the next plans they have in store and what we can do to help and to keep responsibility. You want to come up?
Yes, I just want to chime in on that. So the community meeting is on the 5th, which is 2 Sundays from now, right after church. The reason why I'm getting up here is we are now ready to have the budget and finance team meet for the first time. They'll meet at least quarterly right before our community or annual meetings. If anyone is interested, you need to contact me today because we're meeting tomorrow at 6:30 for 40 minutes, no longer than 40 minutes. And I'll send you our the budget and actuals that are current right now, and we'll just talk about it a little bit, and you'll make some suggestions perhaps for me, and our treasurer, Jill Robbins, will be there as well. So just let me know, and I'll add you in. It'll be a Zoom call. We're not coming in person. It'll be Zoom. All right, thanks.
I do miss human touch with the Zoom call, that I will say. But the Zoom call makes so many other things possible. And, all right, so the community meeting. Women's retreat. They're going to be doing a fun, exciting weekend where connections are made and strengthened. And I think that's great. In a minimum age, reason I was thinking, I don't think we've ever had a men's retreat in this church that I can remember. And I was thinking how active the women are. And the women are churning, I see women churning a lot of energy around here. And I'm stepping on the lighter. But yes, no, I was a little envious, you know. And so anyway, the women are doing that. And that is going to be, that there's more information on the website about that. The Health and Wellness Expo. That's the one that really triggered me. When I first came here, and that was 25 years ago, we had a Health and Wellness Expo that was the major fundraising event, and it got poo-pooed out of the door, and we lost all that revenue. And so we're bringing it back. And it's funny to see how flowers come back out of the ground sometimes and grow. So Health and Wellness Expo, there'll be lots of places we can help on that, and there'll be lots more information on the website. Or if you want to find out more about it, you can talk to a member of the Prosperity team, or you can do an email. So after service, there's lots of love and counsel and goodness hanging around here. Figuratively and literally, Errol will be our prayer chaplain today. And I see this is another thing. We used to have this little private corner for the prayers where you could go and sort of cry and hide, and in the corner when you wanted to talk. And they've put it back up here. And it's just amazing. So on that note, Brad, why don't we talk about the daily word and see what's up on that? And thank goodness I have it. All right, so the word today is power. My thoughts and words reflect my divine inheritance. When I listen to my inner conversation and recurring thoughts, I may hear fear-based, limiting talk, or I may hear positive words encouraging me to live joyfully and confidently. The choice is mine. Through my divine gifts of power, I take command of my thoughts and my life. I release my thoughts of powerlessness, and as I do, my negative self-talk diminishes. I affirm my divine inheritance of faith, wisdom, understanding, and strength with my thoughts, words, and actions. The power to live a full life is mine. I embrace insights I've gained through experience. I own my mistakes without shame or embarrassment. I am eager to learn. I am willing to try new things and stretch myself. In power, I thrive. And from the Bible, death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruits. Proverbs.
And now is our meditative portion of this service. I invite you to return to that still small voice, that quiet place that we began with this service. Once again, inviting you to notice your heartbeat. And take a breath as if you are breathing in to your heart. Breathing in and breathing to the heart. Breathing in and breathing into the heart space. One more time, inviting you to breathe in and in toward your heart space. And knowing in this moment that as we breathe into the heart in this conscious way, that there is a vibration. And that vibration breathes as us. And the vibration breathes down into our heart, radiating out to provide love to every cell of our bodies. And imagine that love is presence, the presence of the divine within. And that who we are is that divinity. So So we breathe in this moment. We breathe in this moment, affirming God is. I am. God is. I am. We allow that feeling to move gently throughout our body in this life-affirming way. That there's nothing else for us to do in this moment but to acknowledge it and simply allow it to illuminate within us. But there is a light that is shining brightly now as us. And as we move into a time of silence, may we continue to acknowledge the power of all that it was within us, the power for us to listen closely and to know the truth. In the silence, we say to ourselves, I am the truth. I am the truth. I am the truth. In the silence, we join together and go deeper. I am the truth. I am. I am. I am the truth. I am the truth that seeks wholeness. I am the truth that seeks love. I am who I am. And in this expanded state of consciousness, if there's anyone on your heart who you may want to speak their name out loud, who may be in a need of knowing the truth of who they are, speak them into existence. My mother, Arla. My brother, Leonard. All who need to know. We are one. And in this moment, we affirm these beloved, loved ones, people we know. We affirm who they are, for we know who we are. That the truth is, we are in this together. We are one heartbeat, one breath, and one love. And as we gently bring ourselves back to the space and time, may we know this on the deepest, deepest levels. That who we are and who we know ourselves to be. I am the truth. I am the love. I am. And so it is. And so we let it be us. Amen and namaste.
Good morning again. I invite you to snap your fingers, clap your hands, and as we do this song together, I'm also going to invite you to think about the times and the ways where we need to change our stinking thinking. I used to go to God in bed, drop to my knees and bow my head for what I need and what I wanted. And I got more need and more want. I used to look up to the sky and say, God, why me, why me, why? And then I'd hang my head and cry. I thought no one could hear me, hear me. It's like combing the mirror instead of your hair. God is here while you're looking out there. Go within and watch him change your inside. If you wanna change your life, you got to change your mind. You got the power inside. Universe be rolling that way, because the law will reflect what you say. Thought I wasn't good enough. God was trying to make it tough on me, just to teach me to be strong. I thought I had to get near him and fear him until I learned that everything was already given unto me. And with the faith of a mustard seed, I could create it, demonstrate it. It's like combing the mirror instead of your hair. God is you while you're looking out there. Go within and watch the change inside. Outside, to change your life, you gotta change your mind. You got the power inside. The law will reflect what you say. The universe be rolling that way. All you gotta do is this: change your stinking thinking. Change your stinking thinking. 'Cause you know it's all inside what we think, right? We create with our thoughts, follow with our actions, but it starts with here, right? Change your stinking thinking. Change your stinking thinking. Change your stinking thinking. Thank you.
Just need to change your stinking thinking. How about that? Our wonderful band, under the direction of our music director, Miss Deletta Gillespie. Yes. We are what we think. We are what we think. What are you thinking right now? Okay, I'll take that. So let's think about, I want you to think about for a minute what choice you made when you got up this morning. Like what you chose to wear. Did you have a little challenge trying to figure that out? Like, maybe I'm going to wear this, or maybe I'm going to wear that, or maybe you started last night or last week to decide what you wear today. It's a little bit cold outside, right? So many of you probably chose to wear some warmer clothes. I don't see anyone half-dressed here. I don't know about you guys out in Love Streaming Land. You might be somewhere where it's really hot, Edie. Practicing French. Yeah, they're somewhere in the Caribbean where they speak French at. Kevin. Yeah, I'm calling you out. But you know, we do have these things that we think, right? We make choices when we think. I'm already thinking about what I'm wearing next week. It's the last day of blue. So I chose it earlier in the month. But it could change in a heartbeat because I can change my mind, right? But there's power in the choices we make. Now, you didn't see me here last week. I was in the Caribbean on a ship, and it was cold. So the 3 bathing suits I took, I never put them on. It was too cold. It was probably 55. Yeah, I know. But you don't want to get in a pool if it's 55 and a whole bunch of kids. And I won't tell you what the kids might have been doing in that pool, but I wasn't getting in it with them. And we were supposed to go to a port, and we couldn't go to the port because the winds were really it was a lot of wind in the air, and the ocean was turbulent. So we took a different route. And when we took a different route, the captain and their crew and whoever, when they're looking out in their binoculars, they saw something on the water. And it just so happened to be a rowboat in the middle of the ocean. And they came on the loudspeaker and they let us know that there was a boat out there with people in it. And we saw those people coming toward us. It just so happened that the cabin me and the coastwell were in, we could see them. And remember I said that the ocean was high winds and turbulent. And so this boat was just going. And I watched it wondering, what's going to happen? They had 2 oars. And they were coming toward us. Now, long story short, we rescued 17 refugees due to us taking a different route. The captain making a different choice. And he said to us, had not I'm going to paraphrase a little bit, but had not the things that happened, the conditions, the weather, the choice to change course, he didn't think that they would make it. You see, there's power in the choices we make. And it often happens with the choice that we think in our head first. But we have 2 choices when we're making decisions. One is the choice to listen to something outside of ourselves, and the second is to listen from within. Now, what happens when we think from outside of ourselves? What anybody got something? You know, like if you listen to somebody else say something. Oh, I'll tell you. So often people will say something is wrong. Like on that ship that day, people were like, why? It's a 4-day cruise. Why can't we go? Why can't we just go through the weather to that place with the beach? They always want to say something's wrong. And when people say something's wrong, they say, well, you can fix it, right? Like, let's fix what's wrong. Whether it's fixing something wrong in the world, like the ocean, the wind that day, or fixing something wrong within us. And some people might say, and if you want to fix it, then you need to take it to God. To God. You know, the one up in the sky. The God with the beard. The God with the white robe. The God that turns to Santa Claus in December. That God. And that God, when we pray to this God, that it's going to fix us, that it's going to make us better, that we won't be a sinner if we take it to God, that God outside of ourselves. Here's what I want you to know. That's not the truth. The truth is that somebody made that up. Yes? Just like way back then, they thought the world was flat and that you could sail off and go over the cliff called the earth. Yeah, they made that up too. But we know differently today. The truth is that there is a power that is within us. Not that we have to look on the outer, but we get to look on the inner. Yeah. Just like we did a few minutes ago when we went to our heart. And those names came up, whether you said them out loud or you said them in your head or you said them in your heart, they came up, didn't they? Yeah. That you knew that it was someone who doesn't know that. Now, in the book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 9, it says, "But you are not in the flesh. You are in spirit, since the Spirit of God dwells within you." That is why it's important to live from within. But what I want you to know is that living from the inside gives us choices. The first choice is to choose our thoughts. The second one is the choice to mold them. And the third one is the choice to connect with God from within. I used to listen to others say things about me to like decide who I am or whatever. They would say things like, you're short, you're ugly, you're fat. You have a funny looking nose. Someone even said once, you look like a puppy. And so my nickname became Puppy. And I believed it. I believed that I looked like a dog. And my heart's beating real fast because I kept saying, why do I need to tell them this? Because there's something that happens with the thoughts that others say, the words that people say about us, that then we take inside and make it true. And there was no truth to that. But at some time in my life, I believed that it was true. I believed it, I felt it, and it was something that would happen in my stomach that would hurt, that would sometimes feel numb. And to cover up the pain of not feeling accepted or the pain of feeling judged, I did things. I overate food. I drank a little bit too much. And I ended up using all types of drugs. You name it. I was born in 1960, so you know, it was all kind of lovely things out back then. And ultimately became addicted to opiates, heroin, you know, I'm just going to say it. That was it. Have you ever had a time when someone said something about you or someone you knew, and you knew it was not the truth? You knew it, but you didn't say anything. And you just took it in like if it was somebody to you, right? You took it in like this was yours, like this is me, whatever that is, right? Like when I was 5, it was my glasses. You've heard me talk about those ugly cat glasses before. I don't know why anybody would go and buy those now, but it won't be me. But the things that we are told from other people that we then believe. And I believed in the God up in the sky because I was a good little Catholic girl and then a Lutheran girl and then whoever knows whatever else I became. Because I was looking. I was looking for something outside of myself to have me feel better. If you know what I'm talking about. And when those thoughts came and people said things, did you feel a little angry perhaps? Or maybe you felt a little sad. But you did feel something, right? Unless you covered it up like I did. Because the only emotion I knew was anger. I knew I was angry. Not just an angry black woman. I was just angry. That came later with the movie. But because of these voices within me, I internalized them and believed them. I was broken. And something started to shift when I moved to Minneapolis 32 years ago. I went to various places, mostly homeless shelters, and people would say that they saw something in me. And I went, really? Yeah, right. And I keep doing whatever I was doing, the food, the alcohol, the drugs. Until I went to a support group. And I went to a support group for people who had been involved in domestic violence. And the facilitator gave us what I know now was my first affirmation. I am a worthwhile woman and I deserve to be loved. I'm a worthwhile woman and I deserve to be loved. I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it for a second. And that lady said, you don't have to believe it. Just say it. Just say it over and over and over and over and over and over again. 32 years ago, I still know that because I just gave it to you. I'm a worthwhile woman, I deserve to be loved. I'm a worthwhile man, I deserve to be loved. I'm a worthwhile fill in the blank, I deserve to be loved. Because really that's what we want, right? We want to be loved, not ridiculed, not talked outside of who we are, And then I got into recovery 28 and a half years ago. And my sponsor introduced me to Unity. Now look, I was not going to church. I had already did church. When I first got sober, I knew something happened. I knew something got transformed within me. I didn't understand it, so I ran to a traditional church. And then it didn't work. When Jesus was black on Black History Month, and the other times he was white. And so I couldn't put my God in a box. I had learned in 12 steps something about this power, that we could create a spiritual essence, whatever we call it, the higher power. So that no longer fit. It wasn't fitting in the round hole with the square peg anymore. And I started learning as I took classes in Unity about affirmations and thoughts, and the connection between our thoughts and what we affirm to be true. And I started practicing these positive thoughts, using more positive words for myself. And that's why I keep coming back. Because in Unity, I learned that when I had a negative thought, the stinking thinking, that I could just change it. And so the second thing that I talked about, number one, living from the inside gives us choices. And the first thing is the choice to choose our thoughts. So I started choosing my thoughts. And then the second thing is the choice to mold them. the choice to mold them. And so I was thinking about this clay and how I was playing with it and it was getting all over my fingers and everything, and how when I do this with it, it takes shape of whatever it is I do. And then I found a pretty little blue one called Play-Doh, and I played with that dough, and then, I could take this and I can join it together, and it becomes one, right? And then I found a cute little black one that could represent the blackness of me, I guess, and put it with it, and then I realized that there's no separation between the colors of them, that they're all clay. Play-Doh, clay, whatever you want to call it. And this represents how I can be molded, how we can be molded into that which we want. That it gives us the power to shape substance when we're being molded. So first we have the choice to choose our thoughts, and next we have the choice to mold them. It gives us the power to shape substance. Now, in the Revealing Word, our book of metaphysical terms that Charles Fillmore, our co-founder, wrote, he said this about substance. He says, substance is the divine idea of the underlying reality of all things. Substance is everywhere present, pervades all things, and inspires to action. And so it took action for me to put this together in front of you, yeah? That it wasn't going to just be these 3 globs of stuff. They could be separate, yes. But when I realized that they're really not separate, then I just take the action and do what needs to be done. So why do I come to Unity? It is because I want to choose those thoughts that are affirming positive thoughts. I want to be molded into the actions that exude love. It is not just to come and sit and listen. Oh, yeah, that's really great stuff. And then we go home and we kick something. Kick a can. Don't kick an animal. That's not good. We look at television and let that soak into us and expect that to change us. Transformation happens by action, folks. Transformation happens by us getting up and doing the thing. Like Brad was talking about, what happened so many years ago is happening now. That we have an opportunity to create our world, a world that works for us. But it's not going to happen if we don't do the work. Like the work that I've done cannot get done by you. The work that you do cannot get done by the person sitting next to you. That this work, this thing that I learned in Unity, I'm so happy and grateful for, is that I get to choose it. I get to do the work. I get to affirm that I am God. It's so exciting and scary. It was one of the most scariest things I ever heard in my life. Like, what? What do you mean it's part of me? What do you mean that I can't, like the song was talking about from Eddie Watkins, is I used to pray to God. And I used to blame all the people. Like, it's your fault that I'm the way I am. Huh? It's your fault that I'm messed up. I can't swear because it's Sunday. It's your fault that I called myself puppy. When I take charge and take the power back, then I can say, that's not who I am. I am an individualized expression of God. And that's the way it is. That each of us are like that. That is nothing at all that tells us that we're not it, except for when we tell ourselves that we're not it. You see, I know who you are. You are beautiful, beautiful, individualized expression. I'm looking at all the choices that you made today. Huh? None of us is wearing exactly the same thing. We may have some colors that are similar, right? What do we call it? Oh, I got the memo. Mm-hmm. But we each made these choices. And we made the choice to come together here, whether we're here physically or out there in Love Streaming Land, I got you. That when we know that doing this work transforms our lives, then we become willing to do it. And it takes shape, and it takes form, and sometimes it's messy, and sometimes it gets all over our fingers and everything because it can't help itself but spread, but radiate out. That the who I was is just a memory. The who I thought I was is not who I was. And why did Spirit give me this calling to come and stand in front of you? I guess because I needed to say what I said today, whether I liked it or not. And I remember when people used to feel sorry for me. What for? Huh? In the same way that people felt sorry for the folks on the water and the refugees in the boat. They wanted a better life. They wanted something different than they were getting where they came from. We all make choices. They made the choice to ride out the turbulent rivers and waters in their lives, to go on a big old ocean that could swallow them up in hopes, that somebody would see them. We all want to be seen. We all want to be heard. And that when we do this work that we do, the inner work, then we learn that we get to listen to our own self. And we get to lift our own self up so that we can then lift other people up, like those other people lifted me up. I don't even know who they are today. I do remember seeing them, some of them here and there, years ago, and thanking them for my life. Yeah. Because if it weren't for someone else lifting me up, like we did in the prayer today, I don't know if I would even be alive. And so, Charles Fillmore also said this, and this is about divine substance. He said, out of it, I'm going to say they, form whatever they will according to their faith and understanding. I did some gender, changing the pronouns. And that when we do this and acknowledge divine substance, we affirm that we have the faith in it and the oneness in it, and then man, woman, child, whoever it is, becomes conscious of substance. It is always according to our faith. Like your faith has made you well, that Jesus said. That we get to shape this. And it brings us to the third thing that I suggested, for living it from the inside gives us choices, and that is the choice to connect with God within. The choice to connect with God within. So what I wanted you to know in the beginning of this lesson is that to know that living from the inside gives us choices. Number one, the choice to choose our thoughts. Number two, the choice to mold them. And three, the choice to connect with God, that God that is within us. Now I invite you to consider what is possible for you. I invite you to consider that you are being molded right now, that your thoughts are thinking, I know they are, I see them up there. And you're thinking about, what can I do to shift my thinking? It takes practice. It takes practice and it takes faith. And this month, our power of the month is faith, and the disciple is Peter, because that's our foundation. And the color is, you know it, it's blue, my favorite color. I'm just letting you in on that. And that when we look at faith, the faith faculty, then we know that anything is possible. And it's located right in the center of our brain. If we took a wire and did like that, it's right down there where we can't touch. But it is part of us. And that when we know that faith is there and we have the power to know that there is this substance, then we know that transformation is ongoing. It never stops. That we do the practice so that we get the result that we want. What are you practicing today? Now, our affirmation will assist us with where we want to go with this, and I'm going to read it once and then invite us all to say it together. Here it goes. I am practicing creating positive, affirming thoughts while being transformed in body, mind, and spirit. Together. I am practicing creating positive, affirming thoughts while being transformed in body, mind, and spirit. Again. I am practicing creating positive, affirming thoughts while being transformed in body, mind, and spirit. Now let's just take that in for a moment. Take that in, the transformation that has happened in your life and is ongoing. Why do we come to Unity? To teach us how to live better lives, think positive thoughts, and learn affirmations. That's just a few. And to be transformed at depth. And let's say this affirmation one more time as your heart perhaps depends on it. Together, I am practicing creating positive, affirmative thoughts while being transformed in body, mind, and spirit. And so it is, and so it is decreed. Amen, amen, and amen.
All the things I want to do. believe it, do it, think it. Do it.
Phone in my hands. There's so many new stories around here, and it is like there's so much to discover. I got to find out who this lady is, because I was in the entertainment business for 35 years, and this is a world-class voice. This lady can sing, and I sit there and I go, oh my God, I was always looking for someone like you. So, hello, it's good to meet you. Okay, tithes, offerings. When I come up here and I ramble on like I do, I'm talking to myself. I want you to know that, which is unfortunately something I do a lot living alone and all that stuff. But I am talking to myself. I'm trying to, so if I say something that you go, oh my God, imagine about my stinking thinking, and imagine who that person is, because it goes crazy. But so one thing I was thinking was, and I'm talking to myself, is this building, this entity, this creation of spirits that has come together still has to turn on the lights and clean this parking lot out when it snows. And so we look for some material things. And we talk about tithing, we talk about offerings, and we do that. So I used to say, there's 3 ways to do it. You can drop it in the little box in the back. You can go to the website. You can text it in now. Aren't we a miracle? You don't even have to write checks anymore and put a stamp on them. They just go. But it is also that showing up and that tithe of ourselves, which I will say I've been on low ebb about lately. It's showing up and coming here and going through the experience and giving a little extra elbow grease or a little extra smile or a little extra something that galvanizes the real offering that we give. So, tithe up, guys, and thanks. I don't have to cue anything right now. There's a lot of lovely young people out here. Let's dim the cameras and go. Oh, no. I forgot. Will you join me in this? See, I'm talking to myself up here. It's totally that. So it is. Let us love. I am, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and I am so grateful. Thanks.
From there, Jaden, so you have to come here. So today, we talked about a lot of things. Today's daily word was power, and some folks had a really strong opinion about what the word power means. So we had a long discussion about that. But we also had a discussion. Did you show those photos? Okay, so Reverend Edith and I went on a short cruise last week, and in that cruise, there was one of the stops was canceled, so we didn't go. So we were on a different path getting to the next stop. And in the middle of the ocean was a boat that had 17 individuals who had come from Cuba. And they'd been in that boat without a motor, just 2 paddles, and 17 people, and I could see from our balcony that what looked like 2 small children for 15 days. So it was about divine order, it was about faith, it's about freedom, choice, and opportunity. So we had a discussion about that, and I showed the photos as well. The last thing we did, you ready, Jaden? Come on. Pull it down so he can reach it. Okay, go ahead and pour. Oh, it didn't. Here it comes. Erupting in faith. So here's a volcano erupting in faith. And so, with that being said, be like the volcano. Be like erupting, exuding, just being like the volcano in faith, in spirit, in love, in choice, in freedom, and whatever else it is, in zeal, and in all those other things, because we have 12 powers, don't we, that really reflect who and what we are. So that's what we have, Youth and Family Ministry and Next Generation Unity. That was our lessons today. Go ahead.
Blessings of our youth and ourselves. I am the light of the world. I live as the light.
You are the light of the world. You live as the light.
We are the light of the world. We live as the light.
And I invite you to go forth in your week, creating positive, affirming, loving thoughts to put out and sprinkle out into the world. And so it is. Have a wonderful week, everybody. Bye-bye.